when we bypass the upper airway with either a tracheostomy or an endotracheal tube, the ISB gets shifted down. So your responsibility will simply be give heat and humidity 37 degrees, 44 mils per gram. Hypothermia, if we want to raise the temperature of a patient due to usually drowning in cold water, or I assume Rocky Mountain would be another one in for cold temperature that people would have, we can give them heat and humidity. Make sense? If we have too much, or if we have a patient that codes and we want to go hypothermic protocol, then simply we take away the humidity, the heat part of the heat humidification. And then the third indication for humidity therapy is that we still use it for secretion management. Now, we talked about this problem with the aqueous level. You guys can conceptualize. What's up, Mike?
Hey, we talked about that a little bit, didn't we, guys?
There we go. Super. You know what? You can just finish this up for me. I'm getting ready to walk out of here then.
There you go.
Here's the bottom line. We talked about this aqueous level.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
No.
I had to check something for Wyatt and that one.
Well, we'll miss you. Hurry back.
Yes,
Here's the bottom line, you guys. Aqueous level, right? Aqueous level, and it has the mucus level. So if, like cystic fibrosis patients, have too much secretions, one of the things that we might do is give them humidification to increase the aqueous part of the secretion elevator. Does that make sense? So it is not 100% still today considered strong medicine, but it is still one of the factors that you'll want to use. So here's the bottom line, you guys. 3 indications for humidification, heat humidification, right? One is bypass upper airway. Second one is to warm somebody up. And the third one is secretion management. I would want to remember those 3. Bypass upper airway, hypothermia, secretion management, heat humidification. And if I want to have fun and I want to put a trick question in there, I will ask you about cooling a patient and what you need to remember when cooling a patient. All right, so this right here, you guys need to know these, love these, understand these. You will be asked basically this exact question. The exact question is, what are the consequences of inadequate humidification? I would want you to list the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things that are on this slide. Number 1, obviously, the ISB is shifted down. Number 2 is you will have airway irritation and potential bronchospasm. So now you guys are going to be asking, what the heck is a bronchospasm? This is a new concept. So let's talk about bronchospasm for about 30 seconds. In the bronchioles, if this is your bronchiole, right? You guys understand in your airway, you have bifurcations, and they start as, think of a tree. The tree trunk is your trachea, all the way down to the leaves, which is your alveoli. Everybody conceptualize that, right? So basically, you start big, and you get, let's see if I can get this. Hold on, I'm working it. Got it? And then there. And then it gets smaller and smaller, right? When we talk bronchospasm around the bronchus, around the airways, there is muscle. Your muscle will relax or constrict. If it constrict, that's called bronchospasm. It's when the muscles constrict and it causes the airways to close down, the airways to get smaller. Am I talking about the alveoli here? Okay, I'm talking about the bronchioles and the bronchioles. And so bronchospasm, by definition, is the muscles in the airways closed down. So one of the problems with inadequate humidification can be potential bronchospasm. Now it totally makes sense, number 3, drying up your mucus. If you ain't got the heat or humidity, your problem is you're going to dry your mucus up. Is that a problem? Heck yes. That is a horrible problem that you need to watch out for. We already talked about the damage to the epithelium, which is the exact same thing as the cell lining, epithelium cell lining. And you guys now remember, oh, I got to know that picture, right? The picture of the cilia. All right, next is destruction of the mucociliary escalator. Am I saying that right? Escalator? Escalator. What a stupid word. I don't know that I've ever said escalator. But here's the bottom line with escalator, right? It is the cilia, it is the aqueous, it is the mucus. If you have any component of those 3 things that are damaged, you are not going to get the escalator to move the secretions and the water. Make sense? So know those 5 things. All right, so for Thursday, I would love for you guys to start looking at, what are we talking about next Thursday? We got to finish this up and we got to start talking about, I can't remember. All right. Hold on, let me take a look. It is, bland aerosol. So we'll talk about piezoelectric and that kind of stuff. Okay, review and practice. So do the review and practice. There is 1 homework assignment and 1 quiz, right? Don't do the quiz, but know that that would probably be what you would want to be ready for when you come in on Thursday. So in the review and practice, you have this, I totally lied, 8.1 through 8.4. Hold on, let me see what 8.2 is. Am I even in the right? Yeah, I'm in the right one. Yep. Know the different salines. No 8.3, and let's do 8.4. So, okay, so let's do this. No quiz. Do 8.1 through 8.4 as homework. Read through bland aerosol administration, and also read through what you were supposed to read for today. Make sure you know about humidity. We'll talk about humidity and start in on bland on Thursday. No quiz on Thursday. Okay? All right, questions?